Okay, so let's look at the long division method for square root. For square root, the long division method, right? And so in this video, I just want to look at a little bit of the visualization and why we do that doubling thing, which irritates people. So of course, there's a number given 7921. Now we have other videos to see that we could have guessed this answer. Of course, there's a 1 in the ones place, so it's either a 1 or a 9. And then 79 hundreds has 64 hundreds is the smallest closest number to it, so 64 is 8, so it's either 81 or 89, and 8 nines are 72, there's more than that, so the answer is 79. So you can also use that, you can also use that. You know how to do shortcuts and you can quickly find out what the square root of such numbers are. But anyway, so let's assume you didn't know, and it's more than that range we have given, right, which is 100 to 9800. It's not in that range, it's not a 2-digit number. Then how would you do the square? So the first step we are told is to find the closest square, right? So that would be 64 in this case, right? And then you will have 15 left. So what this means is when you're doing when you're placing it in the grid, right, you will place the tens first. So in this case you have 8 tens, and this gives you the 6400. Remember, that's what's happening here. You're basically placing 6400s, right? And then the next question of what should happen next, right? Of course, this is 1521 and you want to find out, and then you do 16 here, right? Sorry, I shouldn't have used that. So you do 16 here and then say what number will come here. So why is that, right? So the reason for that is that if you put one more, so this was 80, if I put 81, then that 1 will get multiplied by 8 this side and multiplied by 8 this side. 2ab, no? So a square plus 2ab. So the next digit has 2 times what was already 8 here. So that's why that 16 will come. Okay? So this is the number of tens. And then of course you're going to multiply the number of ones itself. So you have more than one, of course. You have 9 of them. But in the 9 of them, 4, 5, 6. So in the 9 of them, you'll have 9 times 8. Right? And then you'll have 9 times 8 of those here also. And then you'll have 9 times 9 here. So that 2 times 9 times 8 is a 16. So because when I multiply 9, I'm going to multiply 9 with 16. Not just 9 with 8, but 9 with another 8. Right? And then I'll have 9 times 9, the 81, which comes here. So that is why these products are doubling. Every time you are doubling, the next digit you add, all those things that you had so far you have to multiply. You have to multiply not only this height, but also this height. When you add a next digit, which is a smaller fraction of it. So that's sort of how this method works. This is a long division method for square root. So now we can answer that question that we had, that how do you guess the approximate number from which you should start using the binomial expansion to get the approximate square root, right? So we had the 3200 in another video. We had the 3200 and we got the decimal point after 56. But how do you get 56? So 32 has the 5 and 5, 25 square. You have 7 left. 5 becomes 10, right, which we looked at now. So which digit should I multiply with to get close to 700? That's 6. I got that, and I also got the remainder. And from here onwards, I had worked out the rest, saying, okay, my decimal point is 56 plus half of 64 by 56, which had given me the 56.57 or something. So you can use this for non-perfect squares. For perfect squares, you have your shortcuts, use them. Don't use these methods.